Welcome everybody! Souldin and the Grin Brothers here, and welcome to another Grin Brothers with Others, featuring, well, just me and the Discord group Miiverse Shelter, except not in person. This is instead just showing off replays I captured. The next time we plan to play together, it will be actually recorded, so you'll actually get to hear the other Discord members and such interacting. And let me just figure out how to hide display. I'm part of a Discord group known as Miiverse Shelter, and we've been playing some Smash Bros. Online matches together. I'm not exactly a huge fan of Smash Bros, but it's just nice to be able to play a game together with them. And from what I hear, the only other sort of games they seem to be playing as a group together seems to be Among Us and Pokemon Unite. I mean, I probably wouldn't mind Among Us, I guess, but I never played it at all. And Pokemon Unite, I like the gaming concept, but yeah, 10 cents involved, so I'd rather avoid it if I could. And oh, I go flying. Yeah, so you may be able to know from the avatar, me Swordfire currently, there is my avatar Nanka, so I'm clearly playing as me Swordfire. HB, for instance, is playing as Zero Suit Samus. She tends to play as mostly agile characters. Usually it's like the ones I'm familiar with her playing as include Zero Suit Samus, Captain Falcon, Sheik, and Mr. Gimwatch. And Deku, who's currently kicking the heck out of me, is, well, the Mii Brawler Deku, is Crow94, I believe, yes. He played a couple of the Mii characters, because he also has a Mii Swordsman that he uses. I'm not actually really very good with the Mii characters, honestly. I made Nanka as a bit of fun in the excitement building up towards Miitopia, and so there we go. You know, 4-player matches tend to end up going into situations where they are, 2 people squaring off. So there's a bit more chaos actually to a 3-player match than a 4-player match, because usually there's one person who ends up being pinned in the middle at some point. Or in this fight, I feel that a lot of the time there's less a consistency of who gets pinned, and more a case that it switches back and forth who's getting knocked about. Which I think is pretty good. So with this set of matches, I'm actually playing these back to front. This was the very last match of the night, hence why there's only 3 players. Oh, it's funny. It starts off with 3 players and then it ends with 3 players. But yeah, me, HP, and Crow were the last few people to play. So that's this is the last match of our second session we had. Our third session, which again is going to be the recorded session, is actually approaching pretty soon. It's going to be just a couple of days' time. Somehow I'm managing to hold on. I think mainly because Mii Brawler ended up paying Samus there instead. So I think that's how I managed to sort of stay on and actually manage to win. Oh, okay, to be fair, I was in a bit of a lead. Yep, actually, yeah, this is why I'm playing them backwards, because in theory this should, go on naturally, and just play, because they play from the last one you recorded, rather than the most recent one, sort of thing. Well, it technically is the most recent one you recorded, but you know what I mean. It would be nice if there was a way to organise them so you could play in which order you want. Maybe when it goes to the next replay thing, have the option to go back or forward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same people again. I think we must have had 2 matches. Yeah, I think that's HB as Peach. I don't remember her usually playing as Peach. That's definitely Crow still as Mii Brawler, and I'm Ice Climbers. Got Nana in the lead there. Nana getting punched up into the sky. I still not ever heard an explanation as to why Peach has an exploding butt attack. Like, people praise Sakurai for his accuracy, but where did exploding butt come from? There's a lot of elements which feel, very odd, and yet people, praise Sakurai for his accuracy to the canon of sort of things. But he's naturally had to make sort of certain changes, and some changes just are kind of mind-boggling. Like, on a technical level, Lil Mac is mainly a counter-boxer fighter in his games, but he actually plays with a more aggressive fighting style. Very fast, very aggressive. I don't think there's a ledge for me to go. Oh no, I managed to get through that. Nana didn't, but... Oh, that was me going out. Blasted away. Yeah, anything in particular to comment about? Well, it's a nicely made Deku. Kind of reminds me of when I watched the Alpharad videos. I'm pretty sure one of his... was one of his Mii fighters Deku? I'm pretty sure there was a Deku Mii fighter in one of the Alpharad videos, or I think one of the online things. There's actually quite a lot of people who ended up making Deku Miis sort of thing. Shame about Boku no Hero. Honestly, it went down in my opinions fairly quick. If a good Boku no Hero experience, I still feel is Vigilantes, which I feel is better than the original form. But there are only end up being problems with Boku no Hero, and it's such a shame because they had such a good start. But I gotta say, for all the good start, like that very emotional sort of like first sort of a chapter sort of thing. Well, the anime did kind of diminish the effect of the "you can be a hero" line by spamming it repeatedly in flashbacks. After a while, even I kind of got fed up with it. How did he hit me from there? There's actually going to be a lot of footage of just Deku kicking my head in. Yeah, it's also fun, a bit of a shame because if the Boku no Hero games had released sooner, I'd probably have at least gotten into the first one for my interest in Boku no Hero waned. When was it that particularly my interest in Boku no Hero waned? I'm trying to remember. I just managed to edge out a win there. Yeah, Deku was actually, Crow was actually pretty close. I was there. But no, in this batch I do have some replays, which I don't win. Just to be clear, these aren't all just purely ones I won. There are some that I didn't win. Okay, let's see. Try to name the characters. Okay, I'm definitely Rob. I am definitely Rob. I think Isabel is one of the people who didn't approve of the name. I'm pretty sure it's the person who has a Arceus icon, I think. Dr. Mario is definitely Kaku because he's really good with Dr. Mario. Although, to be fair, I think, the Pink Puff tends to have a bit of playful trolling with, sort of times, so I could have just picked Kaku's main out of the hilarity of it. No offense to the Pink Puff, you do have that kind of slight troll element to you. Good-natured way, though. Crow is once again Deku. There's a lot of Deku. A lot of Boku no Hero. Stop trying to remind me of the good times. There's none left, though. The memory's tainted. I've moved on to other mangas, like Candy Flurry, which then proceeded to get cancelled. Because apparently good mangas just aren't allowed to stick around. They always disappear and die on me. I've got a tea here with me, and I will, by the end of this first episode of, part 3, end up talking about the tea. Okay, the tea I am having is Lady Grey. It is a black tea. Brew time is 2 to 3 minutes, and the brand is Twinings. As for the information on it, it is inspired by rolling orange and lemon groves. This here is an early... Inspired by rolling orange and lemon groves, this here is an Earl Grey tea with a citrus twist. The addition of orange and lemon peel adds a zesty brightness to the beverage. I accidentally put early here instead of Earl. In any case, let's try out this tea then, and see what I think about it. I've had Earl Grey before. I'm not sure I've had a Lady Grey before, but I've had Twinings Earl Grey, which is slightly different than regular Earl Grey, so... you can definitely tell the Earl Grey element to it. Oh yeah, I've got it with milk here, by the way. So it is probably sweetened it a little bit more than even usual. You can definitely tell the Earl Grey element to it, but the bitterness is almost immediately dampened. Okay, funny off-screen Final Smash from Dr. Mario. It's immediately dampened by a sweetness flavour, and you get a tanginess to it. Once you finish sipping, there's a tanginess as an aftertaste. You know when you've bitten into a peel of an orange sort of thing? There's a slight sort of good flavour to it, and then there's a slight weird flavour. It's a lot less on the weird flavour, the good on the good flavour. But the sweetness is mostly about, sort of a weird balance between it and the bitter flavour. I swear, there are some of these matches where I didn't win. Oh, it's actually a hard one to... Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, that was Corin. I thought that was Ridley coming by. Once again, Crow... My gosh, there's a lot of Crow fights here as Deku. I'm pretty sure I'm Rob. Yeah, none of the other characters are my sort of thing. Oh, it's actually weird, because, Corin is also usually a... Crow character as well. What? I think Zelda must be the Pink Puff, maybe, or maybe one of the others. I'm actually not sure who the other two are. I can sometimes tell because of the colours they'll use, so I'll be able to actually make more accurate guesses after I've spoken to them and asked what colours of Zelda and Corrin they use. It could have been, again, one of the other people. Oh, yeah, let me finish off with the T here. Oh, Zelda's broken final smash. Luckily, I'm so far away from it, but Deku's dead. Deku's crushed to death. Lady Girl Tea, Great Tea is very nice. Some people may, want more of the orange and less of the peel. But I think the peel sort of kind of parts of it only comes really through a tangy aftertaste. Got to say that was a really cool sort of like scene there. Glad that got caught on camera. And I didn't die, but Zelda did. Wow! Oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna get hit by Corrin's fan. No, I didn't. What on earth is with my luck here? What is with the lack of Zeldas? Yeah, the Zelda and Corrin are really good, so I'm going to guess that one of them Kaku, one of them's the pink buff. I mean, typically the pink buff is primarily, like you can tell, when they start using Kirby, but they are still pretty good. Other characters. I mean, Kaku's aesthetic yeah, Kaku and the pink buff are, along with myself, probably the best as to the sort of free players here. Because and I say this on the basis that I'm pretty sure, keeping track of it, the three of us won the majority of the matches. And that was a terrible play by me. Yeah, Lady Grey tea is good. It's not like some people may want a sweeter tea sort of than it, but it balances out the bitter aspect pretty well. So if Earl Grey is a bit too much for you, then Lady Grey, the sweetness helps it. And the aftertaste is unique. Given we're on a Castlevania stage here, I figured to mention, I've been actually having a fun time watching Mac McMuscle, this video on Castlevania 64. Him and his friend Liam have been doing a playthrough of Castlevania 64, and I have oddly fond memories of Castlevania 64. Until recently with the Spiritual Successor of Bloodstain and playing Super Castlevania on the SNES Mini. Castlevania 64 was actually the only Castlevania game I'd played. And I actually quite enjoyed it. Most of my memories are mainly of my eldest brother, Kiris, playing through... I forgot her name off the top of my head. The girls' campaign, Carrie's campaign, I think it is. And I remember him getting the bad ending for that. But I did play a bit of it myself. Yeah, I'll have to ask who plays. I think it's Blue, or I think that's Blue Zelda. I don't know, Corrin's actually a fairly agile character that could have been HB. There we go. I guess I'm Rob again, which I think I've got to say, this illustrates that these the people in Miiverse Shelter are actually really good, because I seemingly here have had to use my main a lot. You can typically tell that I'm the Rob player because I do use the forward B a lot. It is really good, particularly in the fact that it can also work as a reflector here with all the Belmonts. Yeah, okay. Whilst I wasn't sure about the last match, I am pretty much definite that one of these Richters is the pink buff. And I think one of the others is one of the people who go unnamed. I don't think it's the previous, as I said, Arceus icon user here, though. But otherwise, I'm not sure. I guess I should ask in the Miiverse Shelter, who are the assholes who decided to just start spamming as Richter Belmont? You couldn't even play as the coolest Simon Belmont. But yeah, I guess that allows me to actually continue my conversation of Castlevania 64, though, given there are two Castlevania characters here. Yeah, so Castlevania 64, I did, I forgot a lot. There's a lot of N64 games I have fond memory of, but a lot of them I don't own. I remember having a lot of fun playing through and completing Yoshi's Story, but don't own Yoshi's Story. Super Smash Bros. Of course, a lot of fun times, but we ended up letting a friend borrow it, and they ended up moving away, and we never got that game back. So lots of Bomberman 64. I've only recently managed to acquire a copy of that, but I have a lot of fond memories of playing that around a family friend's house. Mario Party 2 had a lot of fun memories of. Mario Party 3 I borrowed from a childhood friend who ended up moving away. The Castlevania 64 was another game, like, fun memories of, again, mainly, you know, watching my eldest brother play. I think a lot of people have a lot of fond memories of games that they didn't so much play themselves, but they've had a older sibling play through. You remember sitting down and watching them play through it all. Now, I'm usually, have a preference for 2D games, sort of thing. But I'm, aside from, I haven't really made much of what is, played much of what is, the sort of Metroidvania era of Castlevania, or I think it's the Koji and Igarashi era of Castlevania. The closest I've played is the spiritual successor of Bloodstained, which was quite a surprising event of how I even came around to really playing Bloodstained at all, given, again, I have no experience with the series that really inspired it. Aside from, again, Castlevania 64, which is a bit of a black sheep to it. Yeah, I didn't feel like I had too much of a problem with a lot of, like, its camera sort of situation and such. People... I've noticed, like, people have got a growing fondness for the game now. Of Castlevania 64. Like, more people are appreciating it. They're aware of the flaws of it being an early 3D era game. And they've, people are, in particular, again, with the Maximum Muscle Castlevania 64 playthrough I'm watching, Liam has been able to get to a grasp with the how the game feels and how the platforming works surprisingly quick. You know what? I'm kind of annoyed that, Spam Happy Richters ended up winning that. But again, this does show my lack of bias. Okay, I am Ridley. Gosh, there are so many Dekus. I think one of them is, of course, going to be the same Richter as from before. Hero. I think it's Kaku? I believe Kaku played a lot of the DLC characters. Because I know Kaku, there was a bit of a moment where Kaku was playing as Mimian, a little bit of time that Kaku was playing as Pyro Mithra. I think the Pink Puff played as Pyro Mithra once. Someone else played as Pyro Mithra once or twice. Hopefully I get a win here as Ridley. I admittedly did forget to, yeah, it's definitely Ridley, because I remember having the comment of like, oh darn, it's been so long since I played, I forgot how to let go of the forward B. I didn't intend that, but I'll say I did. Not that it did much in the end, but... Oh. Okay, something there went a bit funny on me. Curse you, auto updates! Curse you! You ruined my video! Like, yeah, I purposely made sure not to update any of this, but it must have done it automatically, because I haven't, tried to do so at all. Ah, that's a real shame. A real shame. But hey, we've got plenty more footage. Hopefully they'll all work, and as you can see, that's where it ends at. Hopefully some of this actually manages to keep. But, yeah. Oh, another Castlevania stage. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope the others managed to actually play all the way to the end. Cheers, everyone!